Oh my goodness. Which one am I gonna dig into? Let's go for this one. Look at that. Look how soft. Oh yes. That is delicious.
What's for dinner?
Hey everyone, I'm Chef Zee, and welcome back to another fun and exciting episode of Chef Zee Cooks, where today we are getting down in the kitchen. We are going to be baking some red velvet white chocolate chip cookies. Now hear me out, okay? These cookies are one of my favorites because I actually use dark chocolate cocoa powder to make these chocolate cookies really nice and fudgy and velvety. Now, if you're not a huge chocolate lover like myself, that's totally okay because you can use regular cocoa powder and they're still going to come out delicious. Now, this is perfect for the holidays and even better now for Valentine's Day. You could also make a huge batch of this cookie dough. Put it in the freezer, and then pop it in the oven whenever you want a sweet treat, which may or may not be at midnight if you're anything like me. Now, if you want to learn how to make these tasty delights, just go ahead and keep watching.
Believe it or not, one of the things that I absolutely love doing is baking cookies, and these red velvet white chocolate chip cookies never disappoint. So first things first, we're actually going to combine all of our dry ingredients, which includes the flour, the cocoa butter, the baking soda, and the salt. You want to mix it all together until it's well combined, and then we're just going to set that off to the side. Next, we're going to combine all of the wet ingredients. So we're going to mix together the eggs along with some vanilla paste. Now hear me out. I absolutely love vanilla paste because it has such a strong vanilla flavor and you can practically find it at your local supermarket. However, vanilla extract will also work. Now when it comes to vanilla, feel free to measure with your heart. And now we're going to add the red food coloring. I like to use red gel food coloring just because it doesn't change the texture of anything that you're baking. And when it comes to gel food coloring, you honestly don't need that much. However, feel free to use some liquid food coloring if that's what you have on hand. We're going to mix everything until it's well combined, and then we're going to set that off to the side. And now we're actually going to start making our cookies. So first things first, you want to add some softened butter to your stand mixer, but you can definitely use a hand mixer instead. And once the butter is nice and smooth, we're now going to add some sugar. Now, anytime I make cookies, I like to use regular sugar along with some brown sugar. Now, I did have this sitting out for a little bit, so it got a little bit hard, and that's totally fine because it's going to break up together once it combines with the butter. Now, I like to mix this for about 2 to 3 minutes until it is really nice incorporated into the butter. And then very slowly, we're going to stream in that red food coloring, egg, and vanilla extract mixture. And this is where magic starts to happen and you truly start to see the batter change colors and come to life. Now, very slowly, while your mixer is on low speed, we're gonna very gently just add our dry ingredients. And it's really important that you don't overmix the batter because we don't want the gluten to develop in the cookie because we want our cookies to actually be nice and soft. Now, anytime you're using a stand mixer, it's always a good idea to just scrape the paddle and scrape the sides just to make sure that the egg, flour, and sugar is well incorporated. We're now going to add some white chocolate chips, and honestly, you can add as much as you like. I find it funny because one of the things that people tend to be very particular about is their cookie dough to chocolate chip ratio. So if you want to add a little bit more or a little bit less, go ahead and be my guest. Now you just want to mix it until those chocolate chips are well combined because once again, our number one goal is to not overmix the batter. So you might have to go in and mix it by hand and just make sure that you have a much stronger spatula than I have because as you can see, I definitely broke my favorite spatula, but luckily I have an extra one on hand, and yes, this one is much stronger. So once I have fully incorporated the batter and made sure that everything is well mixed in, I am actually going to take a ice cream scoop, and this is a fairly large one. It's about 2 inches, and we're just going to make our cookie dough. Now hear me out. I find that the best cookie doughs are actually rested and chilled for a few hours. So I always like to go in, make the cookie balls, and then I also like to go in with my favorite white chocolate, which is a Ghirardelli white chocolate. And I just like to add some extras at the very top so that when they bake, you can see them right away, and it just makes you want to dig in. We're now going to cover it with some saran wrap, and you have to chill the cookie dough for at least an hour. But honestly, the best results come when you chill the cookie dough for at minimum 4 hours or longer. And once the cookie dough is nice and chilled, we're going to line a cookie sheet with some parchment paper, and then we're going to add the cookie dough to the sheet. Now these cookies are fairly large, so you want to space them out at least 2 inches in between. Now I'm going to tell you right now, I was a little bit greedy, and I may or may not have added 1 extra cookie dough to the cookie sheet, which may or may not have made them stick together, but that's totally fine. When it comes to baking the cookie, you want to bake them at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 to 12 minutes. I find that 11 minutes is the perfect time. As you can see, these cookies are so big, and because I overcrowded the cookie sheet, they kind of bled into each other. But I have an easy fix for this, and this is something that you can do. So you want to take some cookie cutter, and while the cookies are still warm, you just want to very gently nudge them, and you get the perfect cookie circle shape. And you can do this with any cookies. Now I like to dig in no more than like 10 minutes after they come out of the oven because I like them nice and warm. If you have any questions, visit my website, chefzeecooks.com.
As you guys can see, the cookies are done, and I cannot wait to dig into them. However, I cannot stress this enough. Whenever you're making cookie dough, especially this one, let it sit in the refrigerator for at least an hour. Honestly, I think the magic number is 4 hours or more. The dough really gets to settle, and those flavors really develop. I cannot stress that enough. Anytime I get a little bit impatient and I don't let the dough rest, I kind of regret it, but they still come out pretty delicious. Now, you guys know the drill. Join the Chef Zee family so that you're always up to date on everything that we're doing here on the channel. Visit my website, chefzeecooks.com, if you have any questions. And of course, I have so many tasty recipes here on my channel that you can click right here. And now it's time to dig in. Oh, so excited. They're still pretty warm. Oh my goodness. Which one am I gonna dig into? Let's go for this one. Oh, look at that. Look how soft. Oh yes. Mm. Mm-hmm. That is delicious.